Freebird or Sweet Home Alabama?
Freebird.
Freebird, yeah, I'm with you.
Manual car or automatic?
Dude, manual's definitely more American.
Yeah, you have to say that. I don't fuck with manual, but you have to say that.
I'm not like, I drive an automatic right now, but I do have to say manual's more American.
Texas barbecue or Nashville barbecue?
Texas, dude.
Yeah, I haven't had Nashville barbecue. I'd say
I can
Texas.
speak on this one. It's Texas.
I can speak on the fact that Kansas City barbecue is so good. That's the only thing that I have that's like top notch. KC barbecue's legit.
We'll do NFL versus college football.
Okay, you can give your college football and then give your reasoning, and then I'll
I
see if I can
think
object this.
college football. I don't know how much I can say of what my reasoning is on here, but I think college football because NFL is just too woke. I don't think that's American. I don't think that's core American values to be woke and part of the system. That's what I'll say. So I think.
Okay, you're gonna have to cut part of what I'm about to say, but I have a reframe of my thought here. So, Roger Goodell is a top flighting. That is, his dad was a big and got him into power got him that commissioner gig. And college football has more history going back into the 1800s. So
What
I do
fire
have to say
alarms
college
going on?
football.
I think so, yeah.
A lot more history. Like, there are rivalries in the 1800s.
That's pretty badass.
Like
I don't even like college football.
Like
It's pretty
Monmouth?
badass.
Monmouth, we had a rivalry that started in 1888. I was just thinking of that. That's like a lot of history.
That's pretty cool.
Country music or rock music?
I gotta go with rock, dude. I like rock. I don't like country music all that much.
I like rock a lot.
I was gonna say Chick-fil-A or Raising Cane's?
Chick-fil-A for me all day.
I really like Chick-fil-A, but then I learned they had 100 ingredients in their chicken.
They're closed on Sundays, bro. They're closed on Sundays.
That's pretty
For
American.
Jesus, that's pretty American.
But what's not American is, well, it kind of is.
It's
now.
really American, actually.
What's really American? Okay, yeah, Chick-fil-A is very American. They like poisoning their customers. So 100 ingredients in their chicken. I guess I got to go Chick-fil-A.
And we take time on Sunday to repent for our sins, and then we're back to work Monday.
Yeah,
As American as it gets.
yeah. They'll even throw a Bible verse on the cup while they poison it.
Ford versus Chevy?
Ford.
I don't know shit here, but I don't like Ford. I gotta go Chevy. Not educated though.
Okay.
I drive a Chevy though. Nah, Corvette. Come on. Corvette's like one of the most American like model fucking cars there is.
Shelby
Yeah.
GT.
Man, when you see old men walking around wearing Corvette hats versus old men walking around wearing Ford hats, there's more wearing the Corvette hats.
That's pretty American right there.
I don't
That's a
see the
good
old
fucking
men wearing
point.
these Corvette hats,
So
but
I'm really just referring to my grandpa. I don't know any other ones, but he's as American as it gets. He's got like 97 Corvettes, so
my grandpa's about as American as it gets too.
he's got the Ford.
He's got the
Oh
Ford,
shit!
and he won't. Like he told me to get that hunk of shit out of his driveway every time I pulled up in anything other than a Ford. So,
All right, Bud Light or Coors Light?
Coors. I'm passionate about this one. Bud Light's pretty gay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Bud Light is trying to be forgiven for what they've done. I think Bud Light's made a solid run. They're a sponsor in the UFC now, right?
Bud Light just pulled their sponsorship on Dustin Poirier because of the whole
Well,
thing.
that's fucking his fault, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking his fault.
It definitely is.
He like drunk on a plane, screaming the N-word.
Yeah, it's definitely his fault. I'm not saying it's not his fault, but they just pulled a sponsorship, so they're not really.
I think it's pretty badass to sponsor the UFC though.
You
Coors, right?
think it's a coincidence that but when did Bud Light start sponsoring the UFC? Recently?
Yeah.
After they got bought out by Paramount, and Paramount's owned by Paramount is owned by the Jews, and of course the Bud Light's gonna go give them their money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Coors. That was, I'm trying to forgive him, but you're bringing some good points here. I never really cared that much. I just thought it was how a horrible marketing. Like, know your audience, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't care, but know your audience.
Like,
They care.
What beer drinking redneck wants
They
to look
care.
at transgender when they're
Like,
getting-
that was probably the top one worst business decisions anyone has ever made. All right, we've already been at it for a minute, but do a little introduction. Here with my guy Nate Gruhl. Nate, this is probably the coolest podcast so far because Nate's the only person here that I was like close with in high school. So like Nate and I have known each other pretty well for quite a while, like since my freshman year, which was
A lot of years ago.
like 2020. No, 2020, not 2019. So that's 7 years.
Yeah.
So we went to high school together. We were boys in high school, and now we're making tens of thousands of dollars a month together. So it's pretty badass to be here. Did you ever think that we would wind up doing some shit like this back then?
Back then, definitely
not.
I was like, never something that like, crossed my mind. It just kind of where the chips fell, and it worked out.
Fell perfectly into place. Just for backstory, so like Nate's in a very butterfly effect way the only reason I'm in the business, because Nate introduced me to the guy that got me in the business. Somebody I would have never met had Nate not introduced us. Moved in with him after like becoming friends. He was in the business, like saw it, started it then, and then wound up getting Nate into the business later. So it came crazy full circle, and now we're both here in Nashville running it up. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, bro.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows most of your background, but you were in college football you did all 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
All 4 years. Your first full year in the business, or like most of your first year, I should say, you were in college doing football. So it was kind of like just kind of learning it before you were actually going to do it. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's the good way to describe like your first year. And then once you started, bro, it was like, I mean, what, you started this year, like $50K a month?
Yeah, we started out at January. January we did $52K, and then June we did $283.
So from 50 to let's say 300, because you'll be 300 next month. 50 to 300 in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Like, people are not doing that. I mean, what are you doing right, bro?
Taking like very extreme ownership of everything that's going on with me, my faults, and my organization. Like, taking ownership of it and knowing that whatever problems I'm dealing with, like, I need to fix, and focusing more on developing personally outside of the business. And honestly, my mindset mixed with like having some clarity, because like being in football and school, and then bouncing between practice and an install of a playbook, a section of the playbook, and then balancing the business and everything on top of that, and then practicing, playing, like, there's so much going on. And this business is already a lot if you have nothing else going on.
Yeah.
So I think just being able to take my first year, since I started last January, I took my first year, and I didn't make a ton of money, but I learned so much throughout that process. And just coming out of the gates hot whenever I did quit going to school, graduated like December. So just taking everything I learned through trials, tribulations in that first year, running with it, and using all those failures as lessons definitely helped me. And just being more mentally resilient, like stuff that would have crippled me a year ago doesn't even faze me now. It's like,
yeah, that's cool how that works. Like, you like build that callus over time in the business.
yeah,
It's almost like that first year for you is just like loading a spring, dude. It's just like learning it, and I feel like that's a good way to look at it. I'll probably use that going forward, like for people. Like for you being in college, it took longer, right? Because you weren't necessarily all in per se, but like for people, I tell them like first 30, 90 days, 6 months, whatever it is, like that's what it is. Like, you learn it, and then until you're able to like fully launch, dude, it's like that's what it is. You shouldn't expect to join a business and go make $1 million the first year. Like, that would be crazy, and you'd probably be doing something illegal if you could do that.
yeah,
But, to be able to learn the skills and just develop yourself to a point where now year 2, I mean, you'll probably make $400,000 this year, I would say.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing somewhere close to that, if not more. That's badass.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to say.
I only I like walked for graduation like 2 months ago, and
Insane.
to say that that's possible is insane.
Yeah.
And I think I think a lot of people think, they have everything it takes, or they see someone that they think's an idiot making a lot of money, so they're like, oh, I can go do this immediately, and it's like, you got that's a certain level of arrogance where it's almost like stupidity when you think you should be able to get into a new business that you've never been in before and just have immediate success.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really anywhere you're going to do that, no matter what industry.
Nope. And it's like, I mean, I've heard Hormozy say it. It's like you have, at the beginning of starting something new, you have uninformed optimism, and then you have informed pessimism. And then a lot of people, there's two ways you can go from there. You have the uninformed optimism, like, I know nothing about this, I'm going to make $1 million this year. And then you learn it's hard, and it's informed pessimism. And then from there, you can either be like, Valley of Doom, or you can be like, okay, I'm going to stick with this and figure it out and get the results I was looking for, because it is possible. I think a lot of people come in and, they have this, and then they get here.
Yeah.
But the people who excel are like, okay, this is all still true. Like, everything I thought of this, and it's just going to take all this that I just learned too. Will I stick with it? And I think that's like the differentiating factor with most people is they're willing to take the time to learn it and figure it out and go through the bullshit. And on the other side, I've never seen anybody stick it out and it doesn't work.
Yeah. Like, I was in that. I had that exact path, and I remember reading that. It's in one of his books. But I remember being here, and I'm like, I made a sale my first day. Everyone was at convention. They made a sale my first day dialing, didn't have any help. I was like, dude, I can do this shit. Like, I thought I was like, I can fucking do this. Like, these guys are dumb at, not like you guys, but like, why wouldn't I be able to do this? Like, I made a sale my first day. Shit was sweet. And then, shit, got to the draft date. That didn't even pay me. and then kept going along. I was doing it in the dorm room for that first semester. I remember being about halfway through that semester, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, this shit's hard. Like, dialing Hawaii after classes, working between classes. I'd be in class. Some lead called me. I'm leaving class. Like, I don't know. I was definitely down in I can't remember what you called it.
The Valley, or
informed pessimism.
Informed pessimism, yeah.
Yeah, I was down here last summer. Like, even when we went to that lock-in in Arizona last summer, I was definitely in the valley. And I mean, being completely transparent, I didn't track anything. Like, my first almost a year in the business, like, I didn't track how much I was depositing. I didn't track how much I was spending. I didn't even have a credit card I was buying leads on when I started. I was using Klarna. So, like, there was no leverage to anything I was doing. I wasn't tracking any numbers. And I didn't realize, to be quite honest, how much money I wasn't making. Like, I wasn't making that much money. Like, the number would go up, it would go back down. And, I mean, obviously, back then we were running the lead vendor who should not be spoken of. They're an animal. Their name has an animal in it, but it's a horrible lead vendor. That's all I'm going to say. And we have much better systems in place now. Got them in place at the start of this year. We have much better leads. Our leads aren't being resold, so not getting our policies replaced every other month. I remember dealing with that all the time. That was a
that was brutal.
Huge struggle.
Big thing.
So by that not happening anymore, that's another thing that I didn't even touch on. The systems that we have now, as opposed to a year ago, that's a huge reason for our growth. And honestly, before we had these systems in place, I was scared to bring people into the business because I'm getting my policies replaced left and right, and I'm like, I don't know if this is sustainable,
Yeah,
like,
no,
that type of thing.
It's definitely something to be said about, like, I think that I don't think, obviously it has a massive part of all of our growth, because I remember running the lead vendor you're talking about, and it's like you sell a policy, and then somebody replaces it, and then your persistency's bad. And now you have persistency issues, you have chargeback issues. It's like do I even want to show a new agent this? Like there's just so much guesswork, and like, what do I show my new agents? Like, how do I make sure they're keeping the money? And it's like, not even to mention the price of the leads for what you're getting. It's just really hard to make it work. So like that was the point where we're like, all right, well, let's just figure that out, because like the business from a numbers standpoint makes a lot of sense, but you need to have something in place. Like that's definitely a fact. I've done insurance with, and you have too. We've done insurance where you have no system. We've done insurance where you have a system. It really, really works when you have a system. Like, holy crap, it really works. When there's no system, people are falling out. You're getting roll up debt. You're getting chargeback debt. You're dealing with persistency issues. Have to be on a team that has a system, and so glad that we have that for sure.
For sure, bro.
Now we're working on it on the recruiting and the media side too. It's just a scaling machine. I said this twice today now on this podcast. We ran 2 today, but like it is a scaling machine now because we have everything in place that could be systemized. Because like when we talk about systems, I'm not all for like the AI dialers or anything crazy like that, but it's like, are the leads good? Are they not getting resold? Are they coming in at a good price? Do we have a step-by-step plan on how to get guys marketing themselves? Do we have a step-by-step thing on how to train and get recruits paid? And I think yes. And now we have a step-by-step on how to even get recruits with what you and I are working on the recruiting side. So I'm excited.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Like, we're just scratching the surface for what's going to be done. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We got, what is it? August, so we have 5 more months to. I think I will end the year at least, very very least, Hall of Fame as an agency with just 10 million.
And what's Uprise at year to date? Right
4 million.
4 million. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, at the start of the year in January, my goal was 5 million for Freedom specifically, and we're at about 1.3, but I still think we'll finish at 5.
Yes.
I think we'll finish at $1 million at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's just that growth. That growth happens, like you said, from 50 to 280. So if you keep that rate of growth, it ends up about there.
Just got a 4x from
Yeah,
here to the end of the year, and I think we can.
I think that's easy to do. Not easy, but like with the things that we have in place. Like, dude, I would say the best thing for us is the agent retention. Like, people don't leave, so it's not like you're fighting. Like a lot of these agencies, guys leave, or they go to another team, or they do another industry, or they just drop out entirely. We don't have that because people actually get paid, and we're a great group to be around. So people come in, they want to stay, and they want to keep making money. So it's easy for us, and it multiplies, right? Because it's not like you're like, all right, recruit 10, lose 9, recruit 11 more, lose 5. Like, they recruit 6 guys, and then they all leave and go somewhere else, like the rest of the industry deals with. Like, we don't have that.
Yeah.
So when you recruit somebody, they stay, and then, they eventually, if they're a good leader, they multiply into 10, 20, 100, whatever it is. So, like, it's inevitable for us to multiply that way that you are. I think it'll keep happening. I think you'll finish the year. I bet you finish it more than $1 million, to be honest with you. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I mean, hopefully blow that number out of the water, but we'll see.
Yeah. What is your biggest focus for the rest of the year? Like, you personally, like your team, what are you trying to do? Like, what's like the one thing that for the rest of the year you want to do?
I believe that we've created a lot of leaders already. I want to get 4 more guys to the point where they're running their own agency. My goal was 5 at the start of the year. I'm sticking to that. I want to get 4 more guys to the point where they're agency owners. I do not want to work with everybody. I want to stay pretty selective to a point to where we're protecting our culture. So I feel like we have a very good culture within Uprise. Like our own culture within Uprise that's very strong. So I want to protect that. I want people to go from the point I was at when I started, when I was broke and didn't really know what my future looked like, to like seeing that vision and ultimately impact their family in a super positive way financially, but also in the man or woman that they're becoming, and just have a real impact on themselves, on their own family, and then the community around them, and lift other people up around them, and honestly, in the whole process, want to bring glory to God.
That's awesome.
Like not forget my why.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, bro. You're definitely doing that. Just gotta keep doing it, and just we'll keep growing. So, all right, well, Nate, if people want to be part of that journey, if they want to be part of what you're building, how can people reach out to you?
So my Instagram is just my name, Nate Grohl, and then phone number is 629-277-0343. If you want to get paid, you want to be a part of the culture that we have here, what we're building, shoot me a message. I'll help you get paid and show you what we got going on down here.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you getting on today, bro.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Ah.